Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Total Michigan, where we interview ordinary Michiganders doing some pretty extraordinary things. I'm your host, Cliff Duvinois. Well, you blinked, you missed it, summer's over. And we're now into the fall season, and one of the things that Michigan always gears up to do this time of the year, which is absolutely wonderful, is we get out and we start enjoying apple ciders, apple orchards, caramel apples, hard ciders, whatever you want to do, but it's that time of year to celebrate this beautiful time of the year. With that, we're actually at one of the top-ranked cider mills in the state of Michigan, thanks to the Pure Michigan website. And that would be Uncle John's Cider Mill, located in St. John's, Michigan. Today, I'm sitting with Mike Beck, one of the owners of Uncle John's Cider Mill. Mike, how are you?
Good morning. Very well. Thank you.
Excellent. So, Mike, tell us a little bit. Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up right here in St. John's on the farm, attended the local high school, went to school at a mid-Michigan college called Ferris State. Go Bulldogs.
And so you said you grew up here. So did your family initially start Uncle John's Cider Mill?
Yes, my parents started the Uncle John's Cider Mill part, but I am fifth-generation grower at this farm.
That is incredible. So I guess the question I got for you is, what is the appeal to staying with the family business versus going out and like, man, I've been exposed to apples all my life. I want to be an accountant or something like that.
Oh, you get, a little bit more freedom. There's an off season for sure, where there isn't as much to do. So that's kind of nice. And then just the ability here to just kind of use our crops as our own, on our own. We don't rely on anyone to sell what we grow or anything like that. So it's up to us, and if we can do it, it's great. And with all the things we do, we can move plenty of our own crop.
Certainly. And so let's take a step back here for a second, because you said you're fifth generation. So talk to us about the history of Uncle John's Cider. Sure. When did it come in your family's possession? Who's Uncle John?
Yeah, okay. My dad is Uncle John. He, like I said, my parents started the retail part, Uncle John's Cider Mill, in '71, and it was just as simple as doing fresh cider, which was a new value-added product for us, and donuts, and it's simply grown from there. Cider and donuts is a great tradition in Michigan. Just something that a lot of families do in the fall. Get out there and put on your favorite sweatshirt and go to a cider mill. So, that was kind of the whole premise. We knew we actually had a great location right here on US 127 to be a premier cider mill stop because of the location and the acreage that we have to do it in.
Right. So if I understand your story correctly, when your family first bought this farm, it was purely just producing apples.
Well, it was your typical farm back there, 5 generations ago, which was sometime in the late 1800s. And they were focused on all sorts of farming. Yes, apples was a big part of it, but they had, animals here and other things just to have a sustainable farm back in those times.
Certainly.
But as the farm matured, apples became more of a primary crop for us because we this kind of elevation that we have here in St. John's, as far as one of the few hills in St. John's around the flatland, we have an ideal apple growing area, great soil for it. So we became one of the larger producers way back when in the 30s and 40s and 50s, and sold apples to Eastern Market, down at the Benton Harbor Terminal Market, Lansing City Market, and grocery chains across the state. But the 60s and the 70s, as people's attitudes on where they bought their food changed, the apple market became a lot tougher to work within, and that's when we decided to go to a full retail farm operation rather than a wholesale farm operation.
Oh, interesting. So when you say that, was it because people just wanted to know where their product was coming from?
People didn't care where it was coming from.
Oh, okay.
They were going to the
whatever was cheapest.
It was in the 50s, or pardon me, in the 60s and 70s was the advent of big grocery stores. That's what changed, was the people's buying habits. They didn't go to the farmer anymore. They didn't go to the farmer's market, there was these new places that had refrigeration, and they had milk next to the produce, and they had, so people's buying habits changed with the advent of large grocery stores.
So then I guess the question is, because I now see where this is leading. So where did your parents, because you said your parents started the retail store and selling the apple cider to, just the public to get them to come here. Where did that idea come from?
Well, there was a nice push for the local MSU extension agent at the time. Had seen this being happening around the Detroit cider mills, because there was around Detroit was a great apple growing region, but it lost out to the suburbs. So a lot of those places went full retail years before, and he noticed that could work here, just because, for one, we have a great highway location.
Yeah. It is very easy to get here because it's the 127.
Yeah,
that's just right over there. People pull off a 127 and they're here.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. And at what point because I know this is an experiment, right? Let's try something new. Let's see if we can get people through the door. The question for you is, like, at what point in time was it, the family said, holy cow, this is working. People are coming here.
I'd say by the late 70s, it was really starting to make a big difference. We were having to take out Orchard at that point to make room just for parking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, trees take up a lot of space, and so do cars. So, and when you start getting as many as we do on a weekend now, it really takes up a lot of space. So a lot of our good growing ground has been devoted to just parking area, and we can probably fit 3 Walmarts in our parking lot. 3 Walmart parking lots in our parking lot. So.
Yeah. And now, when you talk about the season, typically when do you see the big spike? When does it happen?
So people, we're open Memorial Day to Christmas Eve, but the real brunt of the business comes from Labor Day to Halloween.
Okay, because that's when most people are thinking apple cider and the apple cider donuts and things like that is when it gets into time for fall.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, the next question I got is, your place is huge. Okay. And I was looking at the map earlier, and I was just blown away at just everything that you got here. This is kind of like an amusement park, so to speak. So talk to us about, because first you said it started off with cider.
Right.
Like bringing the people here, but all of a sudden now there's like a playground for the kids. You got the corn maze. We haven't even talked about the hard cider yet.
Right.
So talk to us about expanding this and making it more of like an amusement park.
Right. Well, we figured that if there was more entertainment for them to do, there might, more keep people here longer. We have all the time a jumping pill right behind you that's open all year round, or at least when we're open. We have wagon rides and a train. We have you pick pumpkins, you pick flowers, corn maze, which this year is the 75th anniversary of the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, and that's kind of unique. We're the only one in Michigan with that corn maze, because that was something we had to get licensed. A big nature walk and farm walk that you can do. We have the gemstone mining. We have a big gift shop, a big bakery, the hard cider for the adults. When we also do spirits too, and wine. So there's something for everyone here. Whether if you just want to get out and connect with nature, or if you want to take a tour and do a ride, or just play on the playground equipment, there's just something for fun for everyone to do.
And it seems like there's this direct correlation between the bigger, the more accessible you've made your farm, the more people are coming here. Because you were talking before about how it was just like a simple parking lot with apple cider. Now you have all these facilities here, but you said you got like 3 Walmart parking lots, on your property.
Yeah, there's certain days that we're expecting 11, 12, 13, maybe even 14,000 people here in
one day.
In one day.
Oh, that is amazing. Yeah, I absolutely love that. So as you're doing this adventure, you're expanding the park, you're bringing in more of these activities, and I do want to go back to the corn maze here. But at some point in time, you took a look at hard ciders. Because it seems like over the past few years, the popularity for hard ciders has just exploded.
Yeah.
So talk to us about making the decision to go that route.
Well, yeah, I was visiting all these wineries in Northwest and Southwest Michigan, and they were doing some great things with grape wines. And I just thought to myself, why is no one doing this with apples and hard cider, creating this wonderful experience that the wine regions were doing and bringing that here to my farm? So 21 years ago, we got licensed to start making hard cider and spirits. And it's been a great way to use up all the apple crop that we make. And it also gives us the ability to have some income outside of the season of when people are here. So it's a great way to make the farm more sustainable.
And when you talk about, having it more accessible, is this stuff that you can sell online? Do you've got like a membership? Because I say this because a lot of the wineries in Traverse City have like memberships. So, is this something that you're able to do online?
Yeah, well, it is available online through not our website. I forget what the name of the website is, but mostly it's available through all the stores throughout Michigan. We're in all your typical grocery stores,
right?
Well,
yeah,
not the big box ones, but so we're sold on the wholesale market as well as you can buy it here. And we do have a link online for the seller that sells it.
Sure.
Someone that wants to get it out of state.
Sure. And so with your season, and you're talking about here about 14,000 people, let's talk about the employees. How do you manage 14,000 people coming through here in a day?
It takes a lot of work, but there's on those days we'll have at least 90 people on the clock helping us manage it. We'll have at least 24 different cash register stations where, so we try to make it easy for you. And even though the line might look long, it goes really fast because we've really learned how to handle those busy times, those
Certainly.
Stress test moments, as they say.
Is there any, because I know you get so many people through here and you've seen so much over the years, is there like maybe one or two instances that kind of stand out to you where like a family had like a really special moment here?
Well, plenty of family members have maybe tied the knot here as far as that goes. Or
you do weddings too?
No, we do not do weddings at all.
Oh, okay.
Just, personal things. But we've seen just a lot of people propose here and things like that. We've helped with lots of proposals and things like that. So there's lots of people that fell in love here, and that's kind of fun and neat.
Awesome. For our audience, we're going to take a quick break and thank our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to talk to Mike a lot more about Uncle John's Cider Mill, as well as what you can expect when you come here. We'll see you after the break. Hey, if you are enjoying these great interviews, just take a moment and go to totalmichigan.com/join, and you can get these episodes sent directly to your inbox because there's a lot more great stories coming. See you there. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Total Michigan, where we interview ordinary Michiganders doing some pretty extraordinary things. I'm your host, Cliff Duvenois. Today, we're at Uncle John's Cider Mill in St. John's, Michigan, talking to Mike Beck, one of the owners here. And Mike, before the break, we were talking about really how your family just took an apple orchard and kind of turned it into a major attraction that brings, according to what you were sharing with us, 14,000 people in one day, which is still absolutely amazing. What I would like to do is I would like to talk about, because your parents were the owners once, and now it's passed on to this new generation coming in, your generation. If you would talk to us about maybe some of the challenges or some of the growth opportunities that you had stepping into the role of becoming an owner.
Well, yeah, there's always challenges. The first one's always financial. You gotta buy what you're doing. So, there's always a financial part of it, but also probably one of the biggest challenges is just new regulations. They get tougher and tougher for farmers, and there's not a great amount of profit for what farmers do. So it's as the regulations get tougher, the margins go down.
which kind of stresses the importance of making sure that your retail side of your business, the selling of the ciders and
Right.
carameled apples and the maize and stuff like that, is a hit and gets
Right.
people out here.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. And when it comes to the regulations, is it always just something where it's like you just kind of like shake your head and go, "Oh, I can't believe we have to do that now"?
Yeah, that's typically the case. I mean, it's so, and a lot of them are sometimes laws that are meant to do good, but they inadvertently put more stress on the letter of the law. Ends up being more stressful than the intent of the law.
Yeah. Okay. And one of the things that I would like to also do, Mike, is I want to explore, because I can imagine there's a lot of people that maybe hadn't been here, right? They're looking for some cider places to go, and they're like, you know what? I'd like to check out Uncle John's. So first off, where did the name Uncle John's come from?
My dad is named John, and when they were cleaning out the big barn, they were my cousins were asking my dad, "Well, what are you going to call your cider mill, Uncle John? What are you going to call your cider mill?" And so they settled on Uncle John's Cider Mill.
Simple enough. And now, when people do come here, what can they expect?
Well, it depends on the season. There's times a year where you can drive up right almost to the front door and go inside and purchase the things that you might want. And then there's times where it's absolute zoo here. It's kind of like going to a football game. There's big parking lot, and hopefully you can find this place to park, and then you start looking around and trying to find the entrance and where you're supposed to go.
Right.
So, but yeah, the busy times are typically limited to September and October and on weekends. So, but it's there's just a lot going on. It's like when you get here, it's like a festival almost, at least in the fall, and there's wagons running one way and trains running the other, and people out in the pumpkin patch or corn maze, or just in line to get cider and donuts.
And because there's so many, I mean, when I walk around here and I see so many different activities, there's literally something for everybody here.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, we have a nice playground for the kids, and the gemstone mining, and there's another playground where they can go climb on tractors, and there's pedal tractors to play with. So there's several different amusement areas. We also have a nice nature walk. You can pick pumpkins, you can pick flowers. So there's just a lot of great family activities to do.
And talk to us about some of the events that are coming up.
Sure. I know next weekend is our one of our craft shows. And then also we do several 5K runs through the year and high school cross-country events. So kind of it lets people use our farm in a different way.
And when you say use your farm, they're literally running around through the apple orchards.
Yes.
Like you said, when you said about the 5K.
Yeah, we have around 300 acres, which makes plenty of room to make a 5K within that, and or a cross-country route for the high school. And so, yeah, we host quite a few of those events for, and it gets, it's a safe place for people to do it. They're not on the road, and they get to see a lot of unique agriculture as they're running through the orchard and pumpkin patch.
Oh, I bet. And going back to, because you said it was like a lot of the high schools do cross country here. How important is that to be involved with the community?
It's great. Yeah, the local coaches love it because they can host an event here locally. There's plenty of parking for everyone, and there's even, for the people that are not as interested in maybe the event, they can go up and get their cider and donuts while they're here. So it's a great way for the local coaches to host some unique cross-country events, and puts Mid-Michigan on the map as a great place for cross-country.
One of the things you brought up earlier, and I do want to make sure that we go back and talk about it, is you licensed the peanuts so you could make that corn maze, which, according to that map over there, is intricate, it is detailed, and it is huge.
Yes, yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah, our corn maze is over 10 acres in size, and you can easily, there's different routes you can take. You can take the long route, or there's a short route, But yeah, you can spend at least an hour in there trying to find your way in and back out of the maze. And it is licensed as the only Peanuts corn maze I think in this state anyway, where we could do the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. And we have some in our gift shop. We have some accompanying gifts that kind of match up with this year of the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. This is the 75th anniversary of that.
Where did the idea come from to do that?
Well, it was actually as proposed to us. We hire a company to do the actual design in the corn, and so they.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Oh yeah, there's actually probably a half dozen of them across the country of companies that.
Learn something new every day.
Corn mazes for people. So yeah, the company that cuts our corn maze regularly was able to team up with the Peanuts gang and offer this to certain corn mazes, and since we're one of the more busier ones, that was an ideal situation. So
perfect. Now, when we talk about building out a corn maze, is it something where you just plant a bunch of corn over 10 acres and then have them come in and carve a maze, or is it, they bunch them together and construct walls?
That is exactly how it's done. They over that maze area, and they do this when the corn is only less than 3 inches tall.
Right.
And they set up a grid, a wire grid on the whole field, and they do it just like you would in art class. Go from a little grid to a big grid, and cut the maze that way. So it's really interesting. But yeah, and it only takes them maybe 6 hours at best.
Right. Yeah, because they just have to come in here and then set it up, and then because the corn does not grow 6 feet overnight.
Yeah. Because they basically remove the corn that's in the spot where the design is, and the rest of the corn grows up, and the walkways. We just have to mow them maybe once or twice a summer just to keep the weeds down or something like that within the walkways.
Sure. Now, if somebody is coming here for the first time, what would be some recommendations for you? And I know everything here is super good. I was drooling when I was walking through that bake shop there because everything just looks good. It just smells good. But what would be some things that you would say, you know what? Try this.
Well, we're well known for our fresh cider. We've won both national and state championships with it. Our donuts are some of the best cider mill type donuts you can find. We use our own unique special blend that you can't find anywhere else. And so cider and donuts being the big one. But also our hard cider has won major awards across the country and in other countries. So, and we have institutional knowledge. When I first started hard cider, there was a half a dozen cideries in the whole country.
Right.
So we found out what it needed to make good hard cider, and we've been following that recipe ever since. And it's some of the best you can find.
So that's got to be a real source of pride, knowing that your cider is winning awards and your hard cider is winning awards.
Oh yes, and it's really no secret. It's just high quality fruit. Some people are not willing to spend the money to put the best fruit into those processed products. They tend to put them into bags and put them on the store shelf, where we will actually take the highest quality fruit to make cider and hard cider.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. Okay. That's good to know. And so what would be, because I know you talked about like the hard cider. Is it just Uncle John's hard cider? Do you've got different flavors of it? Because I know you got a lot of cans in there.
Yes, we have lots of different flavors where we've, you got your standard ciders that just have apples in it. And then we got fruit ciders. And then we have some specialty ciders where you add spices and other unique ingredients. So, and we also have spirits too, mead and wine. But so lots of different cider flavors that you can try.
And then for the ciders and the stuff that you do come up with, do you have like a brewmaster on the payroll that takes care of that?
Well, that's my job.
You got the fun job.
But it's like I said, it's just a matter of knowing fruit, and we just have great institutional knowledge on knowing what great fruit is.
Yeah.
So,
and you've had 21 years of experience.
yes.
Yeah,
So,
nice. And so now, if somebody is listening to this, they want to come and check you out, stop by, see what this is all about, maybe sample some of that award-winning cider or hard cider. What's the best way for them to find you, check you out, find you online?
So our website, www.ujcidermill.com. You can pretty much find everything on there. But if you're driving around and don't want to get online, we are located right on 127, almost halfway between Mount Pleasant and Lansing. And so easy to find. Our driveway is right on the highway. You don't even have to take an exit. And before you know it, you're right up in our parking lot. So, real easy to find, and find us on the web too. And we also have a social media presence. I know we have at least a Facebook and Instagram page and things like that.
Okay. Mike, thank you so much for taking time to chat with us today. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome. For our audience, you can always roll on over to totalmichigan.com and click on Mike's interview and get all the links that he mentioned above. We'll see you next time when we talk to another Michigander doing some pretty extraordinary things. We'll see you then.